Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all keeping well. Massive game ahead today for the club. Arsenal of course taking on Manchester City at the Emirates in about 4 hours from now. Just over 4 hours from now, guys. Excuse me, but to be honest, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'll address a little bit of that later. Of course, I'm going to do a watch along of the game and afterwards I'm going to do a review. But honestly, it's just the current state of the club and what's actually going on. Where do I start? Honestly, I mean, which is the best way I can describe what's going on at the club right now? I mean, where do I start really? It's not because we didn't win the league in the last two seasons. Well, maybe that's a little bit something to do with it, but it's more the fact the direction the club is going in and why we haven't actually made any signings in this current transfer window when we're crying out for some quality in the forwards, which is, I think, going to make us, which is going to take us much further and have a realistic chance of winning the title. I think that is the one area that needs to be addressed, the lack of quality in the forwards and why we haven't actually purchased a quality player. That is part of the reason, yeah. That is what's been going on recently. This isn't a knee-jerk reaction to what's been happening. If anybody knows my channel, I have an established channel. I've got well over 2,000 subscribers. I'm monetized. I get paid. Um, I'm doing this for the Arsenal fans, and I'm doing this for the real fans out there, and not the fans that just like Arteta, the Arteta sexuals, the plastic fans. I'm doing this for the real Arsenal fans out there. People like myself, people like Lean here in the chat. So many different people I could mention, guys. My man McManus, Anthony Herbert, Arsenal Alex, and all fans of real football too, yeah, real football fans. I mean, it's a complicated situation what's going on at the club, and I'm going to try to dissect it and I'm going to try to discuss it as best I can. First of all, we bought some well-established players in the last couple of seasons, but we tend to do the same thing every single time. Whether it's Arteta as manager or somebody else, we tend to go so far and then we stop short. We go 90% of the way and we're like afraid to go the last 10 and get across the finish line. And I don't understand why. I'm going to try to construct this, guys, as best I can. We buy players like Declan Rice from West Ham for 100 million. We get Saka tied down to the club with a new contract. Saliba, Gabriel, Odegaard. We have a lot of quality players at the club here. But we don't seem to realise the need to get a full forward. Like, the team plays good attacking football and we're very strong in the midfield. We're very good in the midfield. Very good in the midfield. But even a team like Barcelona back in the day, with the fantastic team that they had and the amazing midfield that they had, they realised the need for a top class centre forward. And they had Samuel Eto'o at one point, among others. I don't know, is it something Arteta tried to learn at Man City? I'm not quite sure what that's about. None of the forwards that we have are good enough to get us across the line and to win the league title. None of them could hit 20, 25 goals a season for us consistently. And that is what we're talking about here. We create the chances, we line the ball up, we put it on a plate, but the players that we have, they haven't got the necessary qualities to put the ball away and to score that goal. I mean, when you go to places like Anfield, places like the Etihad, Old Trafford even, St James's Park, you might only get one or two chances in the game and you need to put those away. That makes the difference between second place and champions. And for some reason, the lack of striking quality at the club has not been addressed. I don't know quite what Arteta is attempting with that. I try to understand it as best I can. And I don't want to shout Arteta out, but what has he learned since he came to the club? What has he actually learned since he joined Arsenal? He was a former player, of course. Now he is managing the club. A dubious appointment, in my opinion. And the longer we wait and the longer he stays in power as manager of our club, the worse it's going to get. Because he doesn't seem to have learned anything since he became manager. And it's been years now, guys. And we're no closer to winning the league than we were before. And we haven't strengthened. Our midfield team is decent. Forwards, we're lacking serious quality in the forwards, and I don't know why we haven't strengthened at all. I mean, now I see we're being linked. I'm going to try to, like I said, build this constructively, guys. Now I see we're being linked to a player called Matthias Tell. Now I don't want to sound ignorant, and maybe I'm not so up on things like other YouTubers, but I have never heard of this player before. But all due respect to him, I'm reading here that he is a French professional player, an international player that plays for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. He's 19 years of age, guys. He joined Bayern in 2022. He has been compared to Karim Benzema and Kylian Mbappe. Now, there's no doubt in my mind, guys, that he's not as good as those two players. And I don't care what anybody says. Even now, I know he won't be as good as those two players. And you know why? Because those two players were two of the greatest players that ever lived. They are two of the best players to ever kick a ball. There is no way he can be as good as them. And even if he is, we don't have time to wait for his development. He's 19 now. Fair enough. He's a young player. But the team that we have assembled now are not going to stay together forever. We need a player that is fully established. I saw we made an offer for Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa, and the first offer was rejected, and there was no follow-up offer. Well, I was talking to Scott Kirk. Many of you know Scott Kirk, guys, a lifelong gooner over there in New Zealand. And he was talking about that it was just like a token gesture, just to make the fans kind of quieten down the fans and say, well, look, we made an offer for him. It is like a fake offer. It is like that. And that is the way the club operate. And it's not the first time they've done it. They'll make a token gesture of an offer. And then they say, well, look, we did try to sign Ollie Watkins. Can't pull the wool over our eyes, guys. Today we've got the biggest game of the season around on our doorstep. Manchester City are coming. The team that have been our nemesis the last two seasons. That pipped us to the league twice. And we're seriously lacking firepower. They haven't been having the best season, but they're coming back to their best. They lost Rodri. That was a big blow. But they're getting a couple of wins together, and they're climbing up the table. And they're up to fourth now. And they're going to come to the Emirates full of confidence because they know up front we are toothless. Havertz, Jesus, Saka, of course, on the wing is injured. That's a big blow. He's not going to feature, of course. He hasn't featured for a while. I hear talk now that they might try to rush him back, yeah? What's the point? What is the point? It's detrimental to the player's recovery. And we're still not going to win the league if he comes back because he's not a centre forward. There's just a lot of things that need to be addressed there. And being linked with this young player, this French internationalist FC Bayern Munich player, is a joke. It's an absolute joke. He's already been involved in 3 Champions League matches, guys. Do you know how many goals he has? 0 from 3 games. He's no Kylian Mbappe, guys. He's no Karim Benzema. I don't care what anybody says. And the fact we're being linked with him anyway, a 19-year-old, we should be going for a player that's like 25, 26. Established, scores 20, 25 goals a season against top opposition. Goals win games. I mean, I don't know what Arteta learned at Manchester City. I don't know what he done from Pep. He's had the full backing of the board. He's forked out almost $1 billion on players. 850 million plus, guys. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. And we're still in this position where we're just not going to get there. Unai Emery was replaced, and for what? He's a better manager than Arteta. The signings, the lack of signings in the transfer window, more to the point, the lack of us signing a quality forward, it's inexcusable when it's blatantly obvious that we need one. We have nobody up front. We have no recognised top class forward. Well, we're going to play tiki-taka football. Is it we're going to pass the ball through the midfield and pass it into the goal? You need a centre man. You need a target man. You need somebody up front that's going to put the ball away. And this is where we find ourselves. Like I said, we've got the biggest game of the season just around the corner in a couple of hours. City come to the Emirates, and you know what? I'd say they're going to be up for it. I'd say they're going to fancy it. The threat up front is non-existent from us. Where are the goals going to come from? Yeah, Declan Rice is always good for a goal, but we need that quality in the forwards that we don't have. And it's unfortunate because we brought in some good players. We signed some good players that can take us places. And then up front, what are we doing? Oh, seriously, what are we doing up front? We're being linked to players like this guy, Matthias Tell. With all due respect to him, I'd never heard of him before. A 19-year-old playing for Bayern Munich. Guys, if he's any good, they won't be looking to sell him. They're a big club, Bayern now, and they want to hold on to the best players they have. And if he's a developing player and they're not quite sure about him, yeah, then they're going to sell him to us. But if he is the real deal, they're going to hold on to him themselves. What would they be selling him to us for? Or Man United, for that matter? Do you know what I mean? Look, the problem is that we're not making advances in the situations. We should be. It's always the same with us. We buy late signings. And now this trying to sign a striker, I think Arteta's hand has been forced because of injuries and because of players that are just not doing the business. Why did we sign Raheem Sterling? I know it's only on. Sorry, there, guys. Someone texted me, send me the channel link. But why did we actually sign Raheem Sterling? He's a nothing player. You know what I mean? He's not the player he once was. One second, guys. I'm just going to send the link from my channel to someone that is looking for it. Just give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Last day of the window tomorrow, and if we do get someone that's to sign someone, I'll be panicked by. But yeah, welcome along, Anthony, bro. Big up to you, man. Yeah, let me drop that comment there. Yeah. Last day of the window tomorrow, and if we do get someone, and that's to sign someone, I'll be panicked. Bring out the Gimp. He's at the fucking Emirates, bro. He's managing the club. That's where the Gimp is. I would bring out the fucking Gimp, but he's at the Emirates. The Gimp. But yeah, listen. The whole problem is, like somebody said earlier, guys, we have been doing this for a while now. We tend to go 90% of the way, like I made a point earlier, and we don't go the extra 10% and get ourselves across the line and develop a team and build a team that is actually capable of actually delivering a title. And we're talking about one Premier League title here, guys. We don't need to be winning 4 league titles in a row like City. That would be nice too, or doing trebles. But let's bring one title back for the fans, and for the real fans, for all the gentlemen in the chat here, guys. Guys that have supported the club through thick and thin since they were kids, all their lives, and that don't know anything else. except loving this team and supporting this club. Apart from the heterosexuals, we have the best fans in football, in my opinion. Arsenal fans are the best. Simple as that. As corny as that sounds, as cheesy as that sounds, we have some of the best fans out there that are 100% committed to the club and 100% loyal. But it's hard to stay like that when you keep questioning the manager. And we have a right to question him because what's been going on is absolutely ridiculous. Why did we sign Raheem Sterling on loan when he wasn't the player he was? I hoped and I prayed that he could rediscover the form and be the player he once was before. He'll never get it back now. Havertz not good enough. Look, I'm not going to name other players personally, but we just don't have the quality in the forwards that we need. We have fantastic defenders, fantastic midfielders. We have Bukayo Saka. We have a very good goalkeeper. But we don't have the quality in the forwards. So what are we doing? Why are we playing games? We should be bringing in the quality we need. In the transfer window, we're always negative. And we're always slow. Spurs, for example, put us to shame. I never heard of this player Matthias Tell before. I'll get to Anthony's comment in a moment. Lee said the same thing to me last night, but to be honest, I don't give a fuck. Matthias Tell, I never heard of him before. I never heard of him. I don't have any of you heard of him before, yeah? 19 years old, a French international, playing for Bayern. If he's any good, they're not going to sell him to either us or United. It's like Scott was saying to me earlier about Watkins. We made one offer from Watkins. Why didn't we follow it up? It's like Scott said, because it's just a gesture. Then the club can turn around, well, we did try to sign Watkins. We made an effort to sign Watkins when they face criticism. It's like they're covering their asses. What is going on with them? Does Arteta have any dignity? Does he want to win? Like, it's like I said earlier, guys, before you joined, the Barcelona team back in the day, they played tiki-taka football, yeah? They were very good in the midfield. They tore United to pieces in the final, I remember, back in the day. And they beat us too. But they had Samuel Eto'o up front. They had a brilliant midfield, but they didn't rely on that and not worry about the forwards. They had a top-class forward, Samuel Eto'o, being one of them. Even they realised that you do need that killer forward, yeah? That Didier Drogba, that Thierry Henry, that RVP. You need that quality up front, yeah? And yeah, that Ollie Watkins. What are we doing here? I mean, Pete made lots of good, my man McManus made lots of good points earlier in our, we have a little WhatsApp group, yeah? The mentality, yeah? The mentality of things, guys. The mentality of the club. We've got the biggest game of our lives around the corner, yeah? The biggest game of our lives around the corner. And what are we doing? Yeah, I saw that, Scott. Yeah, Evan Ferguson has gone to West Ham, yeah? He's better than what we have. Oh man, to hug and kiss. Yeah, we're not signing anyone, man. But this is the comment I made earlier, yeah? The mentality definitely has a part to play. The last 2 seasons and our 2 second place finishes are ancient history, just a memory now. Second or 10 who gives a fuck. Pardon my language, guys. It's time for Arteta to deliver a title. The longer this goes on, the further behind we will be and the more ground we will have to make up. This is not to mention wasting the talents of Saka and the aforementioned players. We are talking about one league title here. We don't need to do a Man City on it and win trebles. I think the fans of this great club deserve it. I'm not going to say the last bit I said there because I get banned off you. Enough is enough, look. Been there, done that, guys. 2 second place finishes when we really, that is not our level. We were lucky to come second those 2 seasons because every other club was kind of in transition. City were too, but they still had the balls to go do the business and get the titles. And we're left with egg in our face. I mean, oh, unlucky Arsenal, those two second place finishes. Yeah, in a lot of different fans' eyes, not just Arsenal fans, we're looking better. You know what I mean? And people think that we are honestly better than we are. They think, well, Arsenal, those two second place finishes, yeah, it's increased the profile of the club and the manager. But we're still not closer to winning the league. That is the problem. Beautiful football in the midfield at times, huh? Amazing football. Irresistible play. But where is the forward to finish it all off? Those goals that we need, yeah, to turn 1 point or a loss into 3 points. And what about the transfer window? Like, don't tell me that the club don't have money. We have the most expensive season tickets on the planet. In world football, there's no club charging more for their season tickets than Arsenal Football Club. And fact check me on that, guys. We're the most expensive club on the planet for season ticket holders. Not to mention the merch, which has been pushed at us from every corner and every opportunity. I look on the Arsenal website earlier, yeah? I look at my phone there now, and it's coming into my feed when I go on Google about different offers from the club shop. We're back in the Champions League, yeah? It's obvious that the players we have in the forwards aren't good enough. Maybe that's going to force Arteta's hand, but it shouldn't take that. And what about the backup to key players like Saka? What Sterling was meant to be the backup, is it? Ranieri has come in and he has done well, but that is another bit of luck. That is not down to Arteta. That is not good management. It's luck. It's luck. He didn't know that Ranieri could do what he's doing, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough. But Arteta didn't know that Ranieri could do what he could do for us. He took a chance on him. Everything's just, you know what I mean? It's almost amateur, the setup and the way he approaches things, Arteta. Spurs may be in 16th place now, yeah, and I'm taking the piss whether or not they're sliding into the relegation zone, which is actually true. But when it comes to the transfer window, they are light years ahead of us. And that's Spurs I'm talking about. Look at Liverpool. Klopp realised he couldn't give 100% anymore. He did what was best for the club and for himself, and he stepped back. People saying there's no managers out there, I say let's get a new manager, let's replace Arteta. Who would you get, Dave? Arteta sexuals, yeah? Well, who would you get, Dave? Straight away. That's the first thing out their fucking mouth. And then you know who you're dealing with, yeah? These are some of the cunts you have to deal with. Liverpool went down and they found the top quality manager. And then people saying, well, who would you get, Dave? There's no one out there right now. Come on, man. Look at the manager that Liverpool are after getting. And look at them now. They're going to win the league, there's no doubt in my mind. And what is Arteta feeling about that? He's still in these confidence battles with Pep, is it? Pep is not the fucking problem. It's Liverpool now. They're top of the league. They're going to win it, in my opinion. And what about us? The last two seasons been absolutely nothing now. Absolutely nothing. We might as well finish 10th. Fuck the Champions League. It's the league we want. It's always been the league. It's been a hell of a long time since we last won the league, yeah? Do I have to remind people? 21 years. What age was I? I was 24 years of age, guys, when we last won the league. 24 years of age. Now I'm getting fucking older. Let me go through some of the comments. We start with Anthony's. There we should no longer play the 4-3-3 formation, play 4-2-3-1. We'd be better in attack and be more frequent in the final third of the pitch. That's another thing. Arteta is stubborn. He sticks at what he knows, but it's not what we need. And he also reacts very slowly when there's a crisis on the field. If something happens now in today's game and we're 1-0 down, watch Arteta. He'll wait till fucking half time or till there's 15 minutes to go before he brings somebody on. In a game at that level, in a game of that importance, and you're going to fuck around like that, mark my words, guys. Watch him if City takes the lead. He's going to keep faith with the players that are out there. He's going to trust the fucking process while they're stuffing us. Trust me, mark my words. If City take the lead, watch what he does. He'll do fuck all. Because that is the nature of the man. We're so close we can really be champions, I feel. But that quality forward needs to be signed. It's as simple as that. There's no other way around it. We're not going to discover someone, you know what I mean? We're not going to get this guy Mattis and he's going to do it for us. 3 games, no goals. He's been compared to Kylian Mbappe and Karim Benzema. That's a nice dream. Anyway, this has to be the worst transfer window ever. Should have played Ethan when Odegaard was out. Big up to fucking Scott anyway, man. We're getting nobody. We're pretending we know 60 million isn't enough for Watkins. The bid was rejected if they want. Exactly. It's actually an insult. It's actually an insult. It's actually an insult making an offer like that for a player of Watkins' caliber. I mean, you're going to have to at least pay what you did for Declan Rice. You're going to have to at least come up with 100 million. So go get Oshiman or Gokiras. Exactly, there's options out there. We have no one. We have nothing. I had no grays when we last won. Jesus. Tell me about it, man. Fucking look at my beard. But anyway. Who are you going to get? Say hypothetically if Arteta passed away tomorrow, you mean to tell me there's no other managers in world football, so would Arsenal just shut up shop and cease to exist? Exactly. And as soon as you bring it up, man, well, who would you sign, Dave? There's no one out there. These fucking mugs. They know fuck all about football, lads. And the players we get, we can't make a profit on them when they leave. Exactly. That's a good point. I dealt with the whole not signing players, guys. Signing the wrong players. Like this guy Matthews would be a wrong signing if we get him as well. Just like the loan signing of Raheem Sterling was. The signing of Jesus. The signing of Havertz. Havertz cost us a hell of a lot of money. 65 million. These relaxed offers for players of Ollie Watkins' caliber. You know what I mean? And then there's this side of it, guys. There's this part that I didn't think of. When the players leave, we make nothing on them. It costs us. So it's like we're at -2. We're at 0, guys. We buy the wrong player. We're at -1. Then when he leaves, we get fucking nothing for him. -2. It's like, it's bad business, guys. And that's the reason why we can't actually buy the players we need to then. Because we're losing money. And the club has grown in stature and in reputation because of those 2 second place finishes. But we bottled it. We call Spurs bottle jobs. We're the bottle jobs at the moment. I expect City to fully win today to beat us, and I'm not trying to hype up my channel, guys. I'm not trying to gain views and shit by saying that. I have a small channel, but I got over 2,000 subs. You know what I mean? My channel is what it is. I fully expect City to beat us today, and I'm not fucking joking when I say that. One of the lads here in Switzerland, I go to the FC Basel games with him, my man Chris. Basel have a big game today against Zurich. A huge game for FC Basel. They're playing FC Zurich in Zurich, not far from me here. But I was talking about that this morning, texting him, and then I said, Arsenal got Man City. And he was like, City are playing well now, Dave. Do you know what I mean? They are playing well. They have kind of turned the corner, and they are back. They're playing well. They're playing better. I fully expect them to beat us. And this is not me being negative, but where are the goals going to come from? Because we need to have a very good player to score against them. They're good. I mean, Declan Rice is always good for a goal. He's good at scoring from the midfield. But I'm talking about a top-class forward that's going to cause some problems. Guys, if we had a player even like Nicolas Anelka, a fantastic player, if we had him up front, you honestly think City's defence is going to be as relaxed as they will be today against us? They fucking wouldn't be. Because he's up there. He's lurking. One mistake, he's in. That's another part of the game, guys. If we have a top-class forward up there, the opposition immediately have to be careful. And they change their tactics. Because we have him up there. A menace. We don't have that. There's no threat. City can press against us now today. You'll see it. They'll push their full-backs forward. The wing-backs will move forward. They'll be playing on the halfway line. And they'll be attacking us on the halfway line. Trust me, watch it. They're going to push forward because there's no threat. We're going to try to press, but there's no end product. There's no goals. We can't blame Edu now, so it makes you think it was Arteta all along. Edu's a friend of mine, guys. Don't make me get out the photo. Yeah? Don't make me get out the photo of me and Edu a couple of years back in London. Edu's my homie. But, yeah. Arteta's a lot onto himself. Yeah? He's a lot onto himself. Wednesday, we got Newcastle. We're out of the cup. Yeah, we're 2-0 down to them already, man. They beat us 2-0 at the Emirates. We have to go to St. James's. That's done. That turkey's cooked. We're not winning the Champions League, not winning the league, not anything that's winning us. These would be draws. What's the point? And the thing is, Anthony, many good points made there, guys. What about next season? Are you confident for next season that we're going to turn that corner? Arteta will see sense? What about next season? And the season before? I mean, the season after. What about next season and the season after? And yeah, the season before. Fuck it, all the seasons. But Arteta isn't going to be held accountable. That's the problem. Whatever happens this season, he's cushy. His job is safe. What about next season? And the season after? He's in the comfort zone. That's the problem. There's no pressure on him to deliver. There's no pressure on Arteta to deliver. He's in the comfort zone. That's the whole situation. That's the problem. How are you feeling about next season, guys? Like, let me ask you this, right? The second half of Arsene Wenger's tenure was disastrous. But the first half was the best times we've known. Now, there's a couple of YouTubers coming on my channel, they always say that actually George Graham won more. But the best times at Arsenal Football Club was when Arsene Wenger came to the club. Not just because of the signings, because of his contacts in France, these good French players he got. It's because of the way he changed everything at the club and the success that he brought. Compare how you felt then to how you feel now. There's no reason why we can't get back to that kind of level. There's no reason. But Arteta has to move on. He's not good enough. Like, how are you feeling about next season? When this season draws to a close, are you going to be there in August and are you going to be doing that? Are you going to be happy with the club? Are you going to be happy with the situation? Are you going to be looking forward to the new season? Of course not. Because we know it's going to be the same thing again. It's like fucking Groundhog Day, that Bill Murray movie. Every season the same thing. We were lucky the last two seasons the way things turned out. And Arteta was made to look better than he is. Let's have it right. And I don't care what anybody says. I will respect everybody's opinions. A lot of the guys on here now in the chat, they agree with me, yeah. But even if you didn't, you know what? I would respect your opinions. But Arteta was shown in a better light than he is because of those two second place finishes. We offered 60 million for Watkins, 25 would have activate goal sales. Right, but you know what I mean? I mean, seriously, no. I'm not feeling confident about next season because I know Arteta's going to be there and it's going to be the same shit as us. Like the lads say, dross. We offered 60 million for Watkins, 25 would activate Guy-Keris's release clause. Why haven't we done that? Osimhen's release clause is 75 million. That's about 63 million, and haven't we got for either of those? Listen, guys, I'm just going to big up this man's channel anyway. He's actually got two channels, but this, of course, is his gaming channel. Yeah, McManus is gaming. I know there's only a couple of people watching my channel now, guys. I know I don't have 100 people watching. But if you haven't already, then subscribe to the man's channel now and give him a little bit of support. When he games, when he streams online, it is very entertaining. Very entertaining. And we have a bit of crack. The lads get together, we jump into the chat, and we have a bit of a laugh and a joke. And it's PC, guys. It's there for everybody. Whether you're a woman, a man, whether you're 13 or 14, the chat is PC. You know what I mean? We're responsible, guys. Come along, subscribe to his channel, and tune in and see what goes on. Yeah, and McManus, that's a good point. And it's like Anthony said in his comment, the players that we get, when they move on, we can't get a profit on them. We're losing money both ends. You know what I mean? We're getting bitten twice by the same dog. We sign a player, we pay a lot of money. Havertz, for example, 65 million. He's more than happy to come to the club and get paid. He had nightmare at Chelsea. He comes, 65 million. There you go. He leaves, we get fuck all for him. And that money could be used to get in the player that we actually need. Some wise man in this chat, I swear to God. I got more brains in my left bollock than Arteta got in his head. Facts. He's clueless, man. Watch today, guys. If City go 1-0 up, if City take the lead, watch what he does. See how he reacts. See how long he takes. He's going to take forever to make a change. He's clueless. Unless the players actually do something, he's fucked. They get him out. The players have gotten him out of jail time and time again. The players have gotten Arteta out of jail time and time again. Nothing will be different next season or the season after that. Will Arteta's here? Nothing will change. Exactly. I mean, it's hard to feel confident and to feel in a good way about it. And the worst thing is when we did what we did last season and the season before. The profile of the club was raised, 2 second place finishes. Arteta's reputation was improved as a manager. That was the worst thing that could have happened to us because we didn't win anything. But he's keeping his job. Some of the signings he's made, reprehensible. The direction he's taking the club in, like I said, the further we go, the harder it's going to be to come back. Twice as hard. That's all there is about it. Guy Carers will be a Man United player next season. It's written in the stars. Yeah, it's looking that way, man. It's looking that way. But I don't know why we're being linked with this guy Matthias Tell. And I mean, he's no Nicolas Anelka, guys. He's not going to turn up at the club and set the world on fire. There are safe bets in football, players that have proven time and time again that they're good enough. We're looking for him on loan. Man United also in the frame. But he's not going to do anything for us. We're already into February now. The season runs till May. I don't understand. If we were going to get him, we'd have to get him in August. In the close season. This thing of signing a player on loan for 3 months, what the fuck is he going to do? We might as well sign Evan Ferguson. With all due respect to Evan, he's an Irish player. I'm an Irishman. But if that's the case, then we might as well be the ones that are signing Evan Ferguson on loan and not West Ham. Because it's the same thing. Short term, on loan, let's hope for the best. Let's get Evan Ferguson into the club. It's the same thing. Why don't we go for him? Because it's just a stopgap anyway. And this guy's at the same level as Evan Ferguson. There's no difference between him and Ferguson. They're at the same level. He's been compared to Karim Benzema. And he's been compared to fucking Kylian Mbappe. Guys, if he's that good, we will not be getting him from Bayern now. There's no way they will let that player go. No way. And the way Arsenal are cheaping out, the way Arsenal cheap out, we're not going to sign that player. He's not good enough anyway. 19 years of age. We'll just stop. The club, I swear to God, would just drive you to fucking drink, lads. Supporting this club would drive you to drink. Seriously. Like, I don't want to make the point again, yeah? But let's talk about it for a second. Liverpool. Look at them now. New manager. Seamless integration. And the players want to play for him. I don't know, do you watch any of Liverpool's games? But I do. The players want to play for him. They like him. They're motivated. And there's mutual respect between the coach and the players. Look, we've had a lot of positives this season. Yeah, I mean, when Yeri coming through, Louis Skelly looks like a decent player, but the quality, the money needs to be spent on that quality. And if we don't get that, nothing else matters. We're already falling further behind. We're going to win the Champions League this season. When tonight we're going to go out to Newcastle, like Anthony said, we're 2-0 down and we're heading up to St James's Park. That's the FA Cup gone. That's the Champions League is not a run, and we're not going to win that. We're not going to win the FA Cup, and we're not going to win the league. So what else is there for us? And then we're into next season. Guys, time is moving fast. We were celebrating Christmas just a couple of weeks ago. Now we're into fucking February. The league is over in May. The season's over in May. And August it starts again. We were celebrating Christmas just a couple of weeks ago. Now we're into February. May is around the corner. End the season. August we're back into it. We don't have the time to be playing these games. And we're getting older, lads. I would love to see Arsenal be champions again in my lifetime, but do I think that's going to happen? I'm 45 years of age now. It's hard to say that, Dad, but I am 45 years of age. I'm getting old. We all are. Do I think Arsenal are going to win another title in my lifetime? Of course not. And I hope that I have to eat some humble pie, like hopefully Haaland will today. Here's to that Haaland humbling today, guys. But I hope I have to eat some humble pie like Haaland hopefully will today. And I hope I'm wrong that we won't win a league title in my lifetime. And I hope we go out there and we do it. I hope I'm proved wrong for all of you, not just me. I've said this many times before, guys. I've got a small YouTube channel. I don't care about it. I don't care about any of that. It's just a medium for me to get my point across. I've had luck in the last couple of years having all these nice people in the chat, people I consider friends, even though we never met. But I'm always willing to come and meet up for a pint in England, no bother at all. I did it last time up with my man Dre. You know what I mean? I'm always up for it. But the thing is, the most important thing for me is the football club. Not a YouTube channel, a small little channel. You know what I mean? It's the football club. This is just a medium for me to get my point across and to keep in contact with our Arsenal fans. Whether you're Arteta in or Arteta out, I respect everyone's opinions. These guys here, of course, they want what's best for the club, so naturally they want Arteta to move on. Needless to say. But I don't know. I just don't know. It gets to the point now, yeah, where it is frustrating. I mean, even for somebody like me that is very happy-go-lucky, I always look on the bright side of life. I'm always a happy person. I'm positively charged. Of course, that's more maybe of an Irish thing. But we tend to look on the bright side of life. Not just because we're always drunk. But we tend to look on the bright side of life in my country, yeah. Now, I'm living in Switzerland now. I'm away from all that. But let me get up this comment here, guys. Well, Partey, Trossard and Jorginho leaving next season on a free. Trossard is going to leave next season on a free. That don't make sense. We will have to replace them, a backup for Saka and a striker that's fine. Oh, God. The truth is actually worse, guys, than you could imagine. It's actually worse than I have been saying. Like, Arteta's not doing his job, man. He's not doing his job at any level. And either are the board. They're not doing their job at any level. How could this be the situation if they're doing their job right? Never mind the lack of trophies. Things like this. This is their fault, yeah? They're all going to leave on a free. Yeah, and we're going to have to replace them. We're going to have to get a backup for Saka and a striker. 5 players was the left back, and we left Tierney leave as well. Celtic are laughing, man. They're rubbing their hands together all the way, man. The storm clouds are gathering, guys. The storm clouds are gathering. Bear in mind, Saliba could end up at Real Madrid next season. He looks like he's had enough of being an Arsenal. Exactly. That's what I was saying at the very start of the stream. Yeah, the players that we have, we're not going to keep forever. They will move on eventually. And what position, where is that going to leave us? What position are we going to be left in then? When that happens, it's just not good enough. Huh? Seriously, the club is not being run right. The club is not being run right. Things like that happening, it's unacceptable. Seriously, no, I'm not spitting out the dummy, guys. I'm not fucking overreacting here. This is the football club that we care about, yeah? That a lot of us love. Sometimes I think that the manager and the people that run the club, the owners, the chairman, the board, the manager himself, I don't think they realize what this football club means to a lot of people. We all have to go in, guys, and do our 9 to 5. Make enough money to live and survive. And that little ray of light, that little light at the end of the tunnel, is the football club. And watching Arsenal play and getting excited about the next game. I don't think these people realise sometimes what it means to the working class man, to the average Joe Soap on the street, how important it is, and how much this football club means to people. I'm being serious now. Because if they did, would they be behaving this way? Look at what they're doing to the club. Look what they're doing to us. They're taking us backwards. It's a backward step every season with Arteta, not a forward step. Like Anthony said, we're going to have these problems to face now in the new season. It's bad management. It's bad running of the club. And it's affecting us with future signings. So what the fuck are we doing? Pardon my language, but what are we doing? Do I honestly think that the club are going to win another league in my lifetime? I'll be dead before then, guys. Honest to God, a lot of us will. Fuck. I'm being serious now. We're not getting any younger. The way the club is being run is wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. Not just because of the trophies, guys, because of all of these points that are being made here. Next season, I'm not looking forward to it because I know it's going to be the same BS, the same bullshit. If Saliba leaves, my God, and if he goes to Real Madrid, I swear to God, I'm going to start supporting Real. I swear, I'm not joking. It doesn't surprise me if the Kroenke said to Arteta, "We back to 850 million. If you want players, you've got to sell some to bring in players," and he's on 15 million a year in wages. We've got the biggest game in the season around the corner, guys, in a couple of hours. Let's see what happens then. But we need the signings to be made. The players can fight and they can give heart and the fans can sing loudly and support the club, which they always do. But we need change. And we need quality to be brought in. I don't understand why it's not been done in the transfer window. What are we doing? Because we're not good enough. Every team has taken a forward step this season. And we're going backwards. And Arteta's letting that happen. And he's too proud to step back and let another manager come in and take over. He's a former player. If he cared about the club at all, he'd go out and get the players we need or he'd step back. But he's just staying in his job, doing nothing, knowing that we're not good enough. He knows that. He's not stupid. He knows we're not, well, he's a little bit stupid, but he knows we're not good enough at the level where we need to be. Ridiculous. It's funny, but whenever Arsenal get knocked out of something like the FA Cup, the League Cup, and bottle the league, they peddle out Riley wearing new merch, annoys me big time. Yeah, we don't have the money for that anyway, man. I mean, and you know what? If the club are doing a little bit better, you know what? We might buy a little bit of the merch because we'd be proud. Proud of the club. It's a club we care about. Proud of the football club, yeah? And we are proud of the football club, but the direction it's been taken at the moment is just the last thing in our minds is buying merch like that. I'm heading to Thailand anyway, guys, in March. So if you want anything, let me know. I can pick it up there. Obviously, it's going to be fake, but I'm going to go to the large markets in Thailand and I can pick up some merch. So if you want something, let me know. I'll make a list and I can post it to you when I come back to Switzerland. Just let me know, yeah. I mean that, yeah. I'm not joking. If you want any merch, just let me know. Anything Arsenal you want, I'll pick it up. They're dirt cheap. You don't have to pay me because it's not going to cost much. And I'll post it to you when I get back to Switzerland, yeah. So the offer's there, guys. If you want it, yeah, just let me know. I'll be in the market anyway. I can just pick up 2 instead of 1. You know what I mean? Whatever. Just let me know. All right, Damon, man. I don't know, is it the best time for you to be on my channel, Damon, considering we're playing you in like 3 hours, but you're welcome, Damon. You're welcome, man. You're welcome anyway, bro. Oh, Jesus. I'm only joking, Damon, man. I'm only joking. But look. Um, predictions for the game, Damon. We're kind of discussing not just the match, Damon. We're discussing the lack of quality at Arsenal and the lack of signings. I see that City made a signing recently. I mean, we're just discussing that we're being linked with like these young players at Bayern Munich, for example, that aren't actually at the level we need. But also, of course, we're talking about the game and the match coming up against City, which is really do or die for us. It's make or break. I honestly think City are going to beat us. I think they're going to win. I hope Arsenal prove me wrong. But yeah, big up to you, Damon, man, and big up to your channel. And guys, if you haven't already, come out and subscribe to Damon's channel now. Drop him a like, drop him a subscribe, and come and sub to his channel now. But big up, Damon, man. You're welcome anytime, man. And I hope you're looking forward to the match. And I hope you're having a nice weekend so far. I hope all of you are having a nice weekend so far, guys. Of course, the game is in our thoughts, in our minds at the moment. Yeah, we got one hell of a game coming up. I honestly think City are going to turn us over, but we'll see what happens. I'll big up to you, Damon, anyway, man. I hope you're looking forward to the match, and like I said, that you're having a nice weekend so far. When this season finishes, I'll be 46, and best years I've seen we had was under George Graham, then Arsene Wenger. We were piss poor, and we got to come to facts, poorly run club. Yeah, it wouldn't be tolerated at other clubs, man. It would not be tolerated. You'd kick up a stink about it. But the problem is that at the Emirates these days, you have a lot of. Obviously, I am the same. I am a tourist fan. You could call me. Like if I go to the Emirates in the new season, which I plan to with my friend from here in Switzerland, I am like a tourist fan. I'm like a fan that flies in and flies back out. I'm a die-hard Gooner. Yeah? I love the club, but I'm not one of the Arsenal fans living in the near to the stadium. I'm working in the area. I'm working in London. Do you get me? There's a lot of fans that fly in from all over the world and they support Arsenal and they see them for a game at home, which is good to have an international fan base. But the majority of the support, the majority of the people that can afford the tickets to go to the games, they fly in and fly out, maybe like me, tourist fans. It's the bedrock, the fans that live in and around the area, that live in the UK, that need to make their voices heard. And of course, people like me could fly in for the demonstration as well. But that needs to be done. They need to kick up a real stink about this because it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And we're sliding into a place we don't want to be. We're going backwards, We're going backwards. We're going backwards. It's just not good enough. Seriously. There, guys. We're going backwards, and it's not just good enough. It's not good enough, We're just going backwards. And there seems to be no end in sight for us. There's no end in sight. And every season it's the same. And like I asked a while ago, guys, are we confident about next season? How do we feel about it? The list of problems we have and the players that are leaving on a free, the money we're going to lose, and the hassle of bringing in replacements. I don't know. When this season finishes, I'll be 40. I know I put this up already. I'll be 46, and the best years I've seen we had was under George Graham, then Arsene Wenger. We are piss poor, and we got to come to facts. Poorly run club. We need action and fast. Oh man, we're not getting any younger, lads. City are lacking in the defence. I still think City will win. That's my only worry. I want to be too worried about that, man. You'll be on the attack too much. Watkins got injured after yesterday's game. Fuck. That's bad news for Villa, yeah, because they had a bit of a rough patch recently, yeah. Before yesterday's game, they had a bit of a rough patch. They need him firing, yeah. They need him firing. Maybe if he's injured, we can get him half price. But yeah, this guy Mattis, I mean, I don't know why we're interested in him. I don't know why the club are persevering, and even he's been mentioned. He's not what we need at the club. Doesn't make any sense. Seriously, it doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the game later. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a watch along of it, but I'm just looking forward. Obviously, I'm going to be on my channel, but I just want to see it. I want to see how it plays out. I'm blessed that it's a Sunday. I've got the day off work, as I always do, but I'm blessed that the game is on a Sunday because it's a massive game for us. This is a huge game for us. Here's hoping we can do something and get across the line now. But yeah, like I said, guys, I'm going to be in Thailand in March, and I'm going to be bringing some content from my other channel, my travel and vlog channel. So if you want any merch from Arsenal when I'm in Thailand, obviously it's fake, but it's going to cost nothing. So if you want something, let me know and I'll pick you up something. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, the things over there, they cost 5 or 6 quid, 10 or 15 quid. If you want something from Arsenal, let me know and I can post it to you when I get back to Switzerland. Yeah? I'm being serious now. If you want something, let me know. I'll pick up something. I can post it to you. Yeah? Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to turn up at your door with it in my hands. There's no need for that. I'll just post it. Oh, fuck. Time to stretch. Getting old, lads. Fucking old, I tell ya. Anyway, I'm excited about the game later, though. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, but I hope that we can get across the line. I hope we can do something in the game. We can make our impression felt, that we can actually do something. But this guy Mattis, I mean, what is the point of being linked with him? I think they're joking. Like, it must be a joke. Just texting someone there, guys. 1 second. I seen some rumors online about him not playing today. Is Raya injured? I haven't heard anything about that. Hopefully not. Raya injured, guys? Nah. I heard nothing about that. Going live after the game, guys. Come in the chat if you have time. I'm going live too, Lee, so I don't have time. I'm only joking, I'll drop in the chat, man. I'll drop in the chat. But I plan to go live as well. I think a bit later than you probably, though, Lee. I'm going live at like 9 p.m. So the game should be over like 7:15. Whereas I'm going live at 9 p.m. So a little bit later than you, I'd say, Lee. So I can drop a couple of messages in the chat for sure. I think I'm going live later than you will. But Anthony's going for a 1-1. Is Roy injured? I don't think so, bro. Let me check. Sorry, I got a bit wound up there, guys. It's just what's been going on at the club. Excuse me. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Let me drink some water. It's just what's been going on at the club, guys, is extremely frustrating right now. Yeah. I mean, what else can I say? It is what it is. Huh? It's very frustrating what's going on at the club right now. I mean, you know what? It would actually make you like less enthusiastic about watching the games. I'm going for a 3-2 win for City. Hey, Damon, you got balls coming on my channel saying that. I give you that, man. Damon, big up, Damon. You're brave. You got balls. If Mrs. Damon is watching, hello, Mrs. Damon. We are long suffering Arsenal fans. Long suffering. Damon thinks 3-2 for City. You think there's going to be 5 goals? Jesus, Arsenal couldn't score 2 goals, huh? If I think it'd be 3-1 to City, not 3-2. Alright, let's see. Check about the lineups and the players that are injured. Give Kid a chance here on level we have in the front line. Yeah, but welcome along anyway to the stream, Red Skull. But do you know the player we're actually talking about? We're talking about Mattis, the signing from Bayern Munich. We're being linked with a player called Mattis from Bayern Munich. That's the player that they're talking about. Yeah, we're not talking about Wanyeri. Wanyeri has been good for us. It's this player called Mattis, this French international, this 19-year-old player. He's not what we need at the club, yeah. Wanyeri is a different situation. We're kind of more supportive of him. He's done well for us. But he's obviously still not the answer in the forwards. He's more of a winger. But he's done well for us. It's this player, Mattis, that's at Bayern Munich, is the player I'm talking about there. Because every season we tend to sign these players that are ones for the future. They never develop into the player that you need. Never. Let me check here. Lineups, injuries, and this. McManus, I'm going 2-2. I hope so, man. I hope we can get something out of the match. Live score at the moment, guys. It's the Arsenal ladies 3, Manchester City 3. Man City 3, Arsenal 3. They're into the second half there. 70 minutes gone. 3-3. Hopefully they can get across the line now. Not concede anymore. Spurs at Brentford. Oof. Man United versus Palace. Come on, Palace. Aston Villa are finalising a deal with Man United for Marcus Rashford. So it's actually going ahead, yeah? The deal for Rashford to Villa on loan is actually going ahead. I wasn't expecting that. Man United complete $30 million signing. Spurs signed Danso after hijack Wolves move for defender. Man United have completed the signing of Lecce defender Patrick Dorgu in the deal worth $30 million. You see, guys, deals are being done. West Ham have got themselves Evan Ferguson on loan from Brighton. Arsenal to expose wide open Man City. Man City have 99 problems and no midfielders, just one. Arsenal Man City in stats as Haaland aims for milestone goal. It's going to be humble Haaland, guys. We need to get humble in Haaland. That's what we need to do. But yeah, Red Skull, if you're new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would appreciate it too. If anyone wants to make a donation to me, guys, it's been like a year since I received a donation. I would say even longer. If any of the cash strapped people out there want to make a little donation, then please do. I'm going to Thailand in March, guys. I will use that money wisely. Alright, let's go to the Premier League predictions. Arsenal fancy to make Sané pay for their out of position woes. Arsenal v Man City. Man City managed to make Club Brugge forward Christos Solis look like the hottest prospect in world football in midweek as their woes on a position where exposed once again in the Champions League. There's got to be a big chance of Arsenal running right in the midfield area just like Mani have done before them this season. Mice have been drawn to Arsenal's prize to be winning at half time. The Gunners have been starting games at home very fast of late, and City might be vulnerable. Gabriel and Saliba to resume war with Haaland. Are the donations going towards your Ladyboy funds? Funny, but yes. But not that I meet a ladyboy. I'm looking to become a ladyboy myself. I'm going through the process that Arteta goes through. Arsenal fans know a lot about processes. I'm going through the process to become a ladyboy. That's what the money is for. They have a combined Gabriel and Saliba to resume war with Haaland. That is going to be interesting, guys. All his talk, yeah. Chelsea are very hard to fancy. Chelsea against West Ham. Excuse me, guys. Chelsea against West Ham tomorrow, yeah, on Monday. I gotta play Man City on FIFA in a while, guys. On FC25, see how we do. Oh. Sorry, guys. Something on yawn. Don't worry about that. Alright. So yeah, we got the game of our lives coming up, guys, very soon. Here's hoping we can get across the line on that, yeah. Here's hoping we can get across the line and hopefully we can do something against them. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure. I mean, they're going to put it up to us. But here's hoping we can actually get across the line and actually do something against them. People saying a 2-2, a 1-1. David thinks it's going to be 3-2 to City. I just hope that the team goes out and actually does themselves justice. They go do themselves justice and actually man up and stand up and fight. Because all of that's going to be involved. I mean, Gabriel and Saliba against Haaland. It's a no-brainer, obviously, guys, that they're going to be up for that. I mean, that is going to be an incredible clash against him. All what happened the last time out, his comments, the way things went last season, his attitude after the game, his treatment of Mikel Arteta. It's going to be interesting what happens to him in the game now. I mean, he's got to really kind of put in a performance. He is capable of it. He is a dangerous player. We need to be careful at the start against him, because he is a tricky player, a dangerous player to deal with. We need to be careful with Haaland in there. I mean, you can't afford to relax for a moment with him. Cooking a nice roast beef dinner looks banging. They call me Chef Ramsay, so fuck off out of my kitchen. Gotta keep your strength up, bro. Gotta keep that muscle, huh? You gotta keep your strength up, yeah. Gotta keep that muscle. But yeah, let's see what happens, huh? Big game coming up, guys. Massive game coming up. He should be well fed before the match, Anthony. Yeah, hopefully it'll be well on before the match. Yeah. And you can enjoy the game with a full stomach. Microwave roast dinners again in St. Anthony. That's the one thing I miss about Ireland, actually, man. I mean, I was even here in Switzerland, I cook myself, but that's the one thing I miss about Ireland. I mean, the Sunday roast dinners at home with my dad, you know what I mean? My dad made a very good roast dinner, man, back home, you know what I mean? He'd be all day, like, slaving over it. You know what I mean? A couple of hours, it'd be fucking fantastic when it comes out, like, Jesus. So they put the muscle on you, you know what I mean? You'd be built. Haaland and KDB are cooking me right now in FC25. I'm going to play in a while, I'm going to play in a while. Arsenal versus Man City. £3 from Iceland, like, man. It's fucking Iceland. It's a good store, though. I remember them in London now. Yeah, a very good store, man. They were in Whitechapel in London, where I was living at the start. They have some good fucking stuff, man. Some good food. There's some good stuff. Iceland is cheap. There's an awful shower of scumbags going in there. I think the security guard has his hands full. Don't you get a lot of scumbags going into fucking thing as well? You get a lot of scumbags into fucking Tesco as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. Brentford 2, Tottenham 0. That's an interesting one, man. It's going to be a tough game, I think, for Spurs. I think it's going to be a tough game for Spurs. I mean, they're away from home. Brentford are a real difficult team to play against at times. And Spurs are not exactly full of confidence. And to be honest, it's the last place they want to be going right now. It's just a tricky fixture away at Brentford. They're 16th in the league, Spurs. They're dropping into the relegation zone. They want to seriously mind the gap at this point there because we're second, they're 16th. But the gap is getting bigger and bigger between them and us. So, I mean, at the start of the season, there's always this kind of confidence from their fans. Obviously, they're cheeky cunts at the best of times. They've got a lot to say for themselves. And for some reason, I don't know what it is about Spurs fans, but for some reason, they think they can throw the hands. They think they're good at throwing the hands. Boxing, I mean, fighting, throwing the hands. For some reason, they think they can throw the hands. I mean, I don't know what it is about them. You know what I mean? They think they're tough men. I mean, they're not really. I mean, go to Russia, see their football hooligans, you see what men are. Just saying, they're tough guys. They are tough. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. They're 16th in the league, man. They're heading into the relegation zone. Say no more about it. I hope you're singing that, Damon. Hope Man United lose as well. That would be funny, man. That would be hilarious. Hope so. Hope Visa and Embremo. Yeah. Need the points, of course, man. Hopefully they will, man. We draw 1-1. Chelsea draw with West Ham on Monday night. Maybe they'll beat them, though. I don't know. Chelsea aren't going too bad right now. Maybe they'll actually beat them then. Who's to know? But let's see. But the big one is later. It's coming for us, guys. Coming soon. How many hours now? 3 hours to the big game. It's going to be interesting. Gotta admit that, guys. This is going to be a make or break for us. A make or break for the fans and the club. I am excited. I just have a feeling City are going to turn us over. People saying about their defence, this, that, and the other. I think okay, maybe there's a bit of truth in that. But City's defence is not so good. But I think they have been improving it. I think they have been improving, and I think we could get found out. Hope I'm wrong, but let's see. But let's see what happens. Oh yeah, let's see. Big game coming up for us, guys. Damon, of course, he's on the other side of the great divide, guys. He's a Man City fan. Sure, he's looking forward to it. I was listening to a bit of music on YouTube, guys. Watching a couple of videos as I'm here. Come on, guys, let's make this game pay. The weather outside is absolutely shocking. There's nothing going on. It's awful. But Chelsea draw West Ham on Monday night. It's going to be a tough game, that one. Yeah, just watching a beautiful woman on YouTube singing, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, what else to say about the game, guys? I don't really know. I hope and pray that we can get the win, yeah, that we can take 3 points. It would be a real message of intent, notice to other teams that we can get the win. But if we don't get the win, I don't want to see Arteta making up these pathetic excuses at the end of the game like he always does. His excuses have got to stop. If we get beaten, we get beaten. If we don't get the result we wanted, we don't get the result we wanted. But please, God, Arteta, don't be making excuses. Just don't make excuses like these pathetic excuses. I just don't want I don't want Arteta to be making up these pathetic excuses. You know what I mean? Yeah, a little bit, man. A little bit. No, after seeing that, you know what I mean? I'm getting agitated. But I was watching this beautiful woman on YouTube as well singing, man. Anissa from Brooklyn. Ah, she's gorgeous. 28, fit. You know what I mean? But I'm excited about the game, guys. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the nerves are going to be jangling before kickoff for sure. I just hope that we can actually go out and do ourselves justice and get something out of the game, because they are going to put down a marker and they are going to challenge us. I think there has been some improvement. Like I said, I told my friend that the game was on today. He, of course, is an FC Basel fan, and they play Zurich in a massive game in Switzerland. Basel are currently second, and they're trying to become champions for their first year in a long time. Bern, the defending champions, are well out of the picture. The team leading are actually a team for the Italian region of Switzerland, FC Lugano. Anyone knows the city of Lugano in Switzerland? It's in the French. It's in the Italian region, close to the border with Italy, in a region called Ticino. So Lugano are currently leading the Swiss league, and they won yesterday for the second game in a row. They came from behind to win 3-2. So Basel need to beat Zurich today. They're second. They won last time out last Sunday against FC Sion. I was there. They beat them 4-1, but they need to win today against Zurich. Yeah. They need to win today against Zurich. Simple as that. I'm just going to go to the Jacks Quicks, guys, and I'll be back, okay? All right, I'm back. And I see the food enthusiast, the man himself, is in the house. Uh, he had a good start though, Tommy. Also had a bright start when he came to the club, yeah. Big up to John Hand, guys. He's in the house. Ice cold beer, chicken wings. Just going through some of the comments here, guys. Interesting game tomorrow, John, for Chelsea, yeah. Away at West Ham. Should be an interesting one. A difficult one, I think, as well. Welcome back, Zach Dingle. Of course, John had to type it twice. Just to get the point across. The whole Zach Dingle thing will never die, probably. But yeah, it is what it is. I live with it. Live and learn, yeah, live and learn. But yeah, big game tomorrow for Chelsea, John. Just listen to a bit of the Fugees, guys. Killing Me Softly. Classic song, guys. Classic music video. So yeah. Man City women versus Arsenal women, guys. I see True Gooner is doing a live stream of it. 41 people tuning in, guys. Big up to Josh, man. Big up to True Gooner on his channel now. The only bad thing about his channel is that he brings on a couple of mugs from time to time, man. Yeah, I get a bit excited now, guys, ahead of the game. It's not so long away. Getting a little bit nervy. We'll see what happens, though. Here's hoping we can do something worthwhile, you know what I mean? I already had my milk, yeah? I had cereal earlier this morning. I had some cereal this morning, so I already had my milk. I might have another bottle later, though. I might have a bottle of milk later tonight, but I had my milk earlier, yeah, with my cereal. So I did the old cereal buzz, John. That's basically it, man. Do you know what I mean? There's American, I don't think I have hands on good times, let me know. I'm off with my dinner. I leave you lot to mingle with Dingle and big up John Handjob. Jesus. His name is John Hand, not John Handjob. I don't know what that's about. My apologies, John. I think he thought that you've got like a triple barrel name, yeah. His name is not John Handjob. It's John Hand. My apologies, John. That's despicable behaviour. Despicable. Despicable. Mingle with Dingle. In Ireland, actually, Dingle is a place and a very nice seaside village in the middle of nowhere where they only speak Irish. They don't speak English there. So they're just a place to go if you're a tourist and they're not speaking English. Trust me. Anthony always in my good books. Fair play to you, John, man. You can take a fucking joke, you know what I mean? Fair play, John. You can take a joke. You know what I mean? A harmless joke. Fair play. Fair play. You can take a joke. So how about that, guy? Just had to let one rip. My apologies. 35 views in this, guys. Thank you to everybody for your support. I appreciate it too. If you haven't hit the like button for me, I'd appreciate it. Getting pumped up for the game, guys. Just listen to some music. My new channel is up and running anyway, guys. I haven't released any content on it yet, but it's up and running. Whereas Austin Alex don't see much of him, Dave. Yeah, I think he's just busy the whole time, to be honest. This guy's just busy. I don't think he's online too much either. Yeah. I don't think he's online too much either, but I think he's just busy. I've been kind of busy myself recently too, but I still make time today, like before a big game like that, to come on and just give my opinion on things, the direction of the club, which I have talked about at length for the last hour and a half, and the way I see things happen, But it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, but that's how I see things, That's the way it's kind of working out. Haven't got a haircut in a while, guys. I'm saving it for Thailand. I'm going to get a £2 haircut. So it's my dad's birthday tomorrow. Ah, nice. That's nice. Anything planned for it? You're going to have a little party? You're going to go for something to eat, or he lives too far away from me. We did it yesterday instead. Ah, okay, okay. But it's good that you get to do it anyway, yeah. It's good you get to do it. It's good you get to meet up and enjoy it and spend time for his birthday. Yeah, it's an important thing, man. Family's important, especially when you get older. You realize that we're all getting older. You know what I mean? That's the thing. When you get older, you kind of realize it more. How important it is. You know what I mean? That's basically it. When you get older, you realize how important it is. Simple as that. When are the other Premier League games actually starting? I need to go off and play FIFA in a while, guys. FC 25. I need to play Man City against Arsenal. Best of two, maybe best of three. See how it goes. Let me see when the other games are kicking off. Obviously, I know that Chelsea are playing West Ham tomorrow. Chelsea away at West Ham. The United game kicking off in an hour. The Brentford game's all kicking off in an hour. Okay. Liverpool looking good though, guys. They're 9 points clear. 9 points. It's pretty much done, I think, to be honest. Liverpool 9 points clear. I don't know what the rest of you think, but I think a 9 point advantage in February with the team that they have. I think it's looking pretty good for Liverpool right now. Yeah. They're 9 points clear. We'll see what happens. No, I think it's West Ham are at home, right? Or am I wrong? Oh, sorry, Chelsea are at home. My apologies. When we played FC 25, Dave, I need practice, bro. Not making excuses, but I need practice. I need practice. But we can play maybe this month, yeah, maybe this month. I'm not going to win anyway, yeah, but it doesn't matter. We can have a bit of crack, we can have a laugh. Maybe this month, yeah, we'll arrange it, man, we'll arrange it. Be a bit of fun. The thing is, who are we going to play, yeah? Who are we going to play as? Like, I can be Ireland, you can be England for a couple of games, but who are we going to play then after that? We can both play Arsenal, I suppose. But we can do it, yeah, we can do it. A bit of a laugh, yeah, a bit of crack, a bit of a laugh. It would be cool though if I could actually like stream it on my channel, or if you want it to be private, we can have a private to it. I don't have to stream it, but I set up the link to my YouTube channel, but for some reason it doesn't allow me to stream at this moment. I think it takes a while for it to, or maybe I need to sign out and sign back in. I don't know, but it's taking a while. It's not working for me. I mean, one of the main things to get the PlayStation was actually to be able to stream some gaming online. That was my kind of thing for me. Yeah. But yeah, we could play a couple of games. That'll be fun. Yeah, we can see. We can play private too, though, as well. Be a laugh. We'll sort it out, man. We'll sort it out. I was playing a game the other day. I downloaded a free game. You're like driving a car around a football pitch and you're hitting a large football into the goal. And they had the other players on the microphone. Yeah, it was a laugh. Streamed direct from the PlayStation. Yeah, I need to educate myself on how to do that, Jay. I'm not kind of good at those things. If you have a link, send it to me, man. I need to educate myself here. Rocket League, yeah. Rocket League is the game, yeah. It's free, yeah. It's free, so I was playing that. It's a bit of fun, Rocket League. It's a bit of fun, yeah. You know the game, yeah. It's a bit of fun. It's more fun than I thought. At the start, it's kind of hard to get the ball under control and score, but it takes time. It takes time. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. I want to thank everybody for your continued support on my channel, all your likes, your subscribes, and your comments. I'm going to be doing the watch along on the game, but I know obviously it's going to be. I'm going to be doing the watch along on the game, but I know of course it's going to be. I know it's going to be. Everyone is going to be watching the game, so it'll be a little bit quiet probably. But I'll do a review after the game. But enjoy the game, lads. Damon, best of luck in the match, and hope it goes well for Manchester City. Big up to John Hand. Thank you for tuning in, John. I appreciate it. Thank you to McManus for tuning in. Enjoy the game, bro. Thank you to Anthony Herbert. I hope he's enjoying his dinner, his roast dinner. Thank you to Red Skull. Yeah, thank you to everybody for tuning. Thank you to Scott. And thank you to Lee, the Arsenal Alliance. Thank you to everyone for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Dave humbling Haaland himself on FIFA. It could be like that, yeah. It could be like that. I think it could be a bit of a humbling. But I'm going to have now to play a couple of games against Manchester City and see how it goes. Arsenal v Man City and see how it goes. But take it easy, guys. I'm going to check out the link that McMahon sent me there about how to connect it through the PlayStation directly. And talk to you all later, guys. And take care, guys. See you all later, guys. Big up.